Hello and welcome to another cooking rodeo from the Tater Cowgirls. Tater Cowgirl Junior is not here. She is still at school. She, as you know, she started junior high and she just wants to take every elective she finds there. It will get less later on, I assume, but if she has fun trying out everything, that's fine. So, for my German friends, they don't know, we have mandatory subjects like math and English and science, and they can have, that school goes until 2:30, and then that includes lunch, they get lunch at school. After that, they can take electives, and right now, every day is another elective that starts. She wants to look into softball, she wants to look into art, and the gaming cafe, that's probably a done deal. That starts next Thursday, I think. Yeah, the gaming cafe. Then she has girls who code club. There's also a computer thing that's on Saturday in the library from the city of Gilroy. It starts in September. So yeah, she's busy. And then of course she has the horse riding at Dream Power Horsemanship, the carriage lessons. And every day is something else. So I give her a little break right now when she comes home from school. And so we cook together. And until she comes and is a little less occupied, because I know some of the electives will move away, will disappear. Okay, so today we do another recipe of my Bavarian Oma, and it's called Bohnenspaetzles with pesto sauce, and of course I veganized it, whole plant-based, oil-free. And we better get going. So let me take my apron, because it's a little bit a messy thing. I only needed half. I think I only need the half apron. Let's see, yeah, that. And this is something you have to plan a little bit, because once you do the Spaetzles, you don't have time to do all the other stuff. So what we do now is, which we need at the very end, but it's cool to, oops, wrong one. We need that at the very end, but it's cool to do it at the beginning, and you have it done and don't have to wait for it. And this is roast these onions a little bit. Like onion rings roasted. You need them at the very end. So I try to have them ready. We put a little bit water in there, just a little bit, so that they are a little moist. Because onions have their own moisture, so you don't really need a lot. Okay, then we turn on our water, 1 cup water here in that pot, and you see it, yeah. These are shallots, those onions I bought. It's kind of a fancy red onion, but they were on sale. I like those, so you can use whatever onion you want. 1 onion in rings, cut in rings, and let them brown a little bit, let them get crisp. What I'm doing. Okay, this one has to heat, and for that we put in a tablespoon of vegan broth. This is my German one, the Seitenbacher, but you can use any vegan broth you have. Put that a little bit in. It's 1 cup water with a tablespoon of that broth. Then we put in here, we put in a teaspoon of tarragon, Did I tell you what we make? Yeah, I did. A teaspoon of tarragon, which goes very well with beans. Alright. We put a tablespoon of balsamic vinegar. Then 1 bay leaf, which you please take out later before we get the sauce done. So 1 bay leaf. Here I take a pinch of salt, not much, a little pepper, pinch of pepper, a little bit of onion powder, let's say a quarter teaspoon of onion powder here. Alright, stir this up a little. Make sure you don't break the bay leaf because you don't want it later in the beans. Now we get a pack of frozen beans. This is a pound of frozen green beans, French cut green beans. If you have fresh ones, the better, but I have the frozen ones. And you put them in. If you need more moisture, do it, but with the frozen ones I don't. And we let them cook for about 5 minutes. Oh, and some lemon juice. I put lemon juice in the water. Just for the color. You don't have to, but it's for the color. Alright? So we just let them get soft for 5 minutes. Oops. Alright. Now we look for our onions, how they look. They take a little bit more. Let them roast a little bit more. I want to have them soft, you know, because they go just on top of everything, so you really don't want it. You want them blue, not burnt, but glassy, soft, you know, the usual. We put a little bit of water in there. Smells good. My little skillet here, you know, my little skillet. That's just enough for these onions. Alright. Stir those beans around. Have that on high. And now we can start with our Spaetzles. I have a Spaetzle recipe already on my video, the cheese Spaetzles, so you can revert to that. We do it like a little bit different, not much, it's the same ingredients, but just a little bit different because these are not cheese Spaetzles. We use it, we will make the beans, we get a pesto sauce done for the beans, and then we have the Spaetzles with it. You can put, you know, vegan sausage with it or some fake bacon, but I don't need anything with it. I make enough sauce that the Spaetzles will soak into the sauce and the beans. It's really good. We ate it before we became vegan. My grandma called it bean Spaetzles. So I thought that's a good recipe for whole plant-based. So we do that. See how that works? Yeah. Start coming up here. Start simmering. Onions look good. Let's put those on low. I want to burn them. Okay, now we start with the Spaetzles. Important, wood spoon for the Spaetzles. Don't make Spaetzles with metal spoons. Also need a bowl for the Spaetzles, and you know every Allgäu child from the Bavarian Alps has a bowl, gets a bowl when she gets married. This is from a pottery in the Allgäu. Nice Allgäuer Spaetzle bowl. I have that since my first marriage, where my kids come from. So I was 18 years married. 1979 I married, yeah. My son was born in 1980. My daughter 1989. I got divorced 1998. And I got remarried 2009 from my husband now, And all these years I make Spaetzles with the bowl. So we need 500 grams of whole wheat pastry flour, or all-purpose flour works too. I like the whole wheat pastry flour because it doesn't lump so much. All right. A teaspoon salt in this case. It's half, so we have to take it twice. I put a little bit pepper in it. That's my grandma did that. You won't see that in other Spaetzle recipes. I do it, just a pinch in the Spaetzle though. We have to put those a little lower. What is that? Oh, that one is cooking too. All right. Okay. This one can go out. Oh, and the Spaetzle bowl we put in the oven I warmed the oven. So it's a little bit warm when we get the Spaetzles in. It's better. Okie dokie. The beans can go a little bit, I think. Yeah, a little bit more. Let them go a little bit more. I don't want them too soft, but they have to have a bite, but we want them soft enough to be enjoyable. Okay, here we were at the salt, and as always I put the recipe underneath the video in the description, so don't worry about it regarding the amounts, you will get them. Okay, now I put in a quarter teaspoon turmeric. You don't have to do that if you don't like turmeric. I do it just for the color from the Spaetzles, so that they are not looking gray. They are looking like we use eggs. That's the reason. Okay, get that a little mixed up here. Then we need the egg replacer, so we would need 4 eggs if we would use eggs. So I used the egg replacer. This was a 2 tablespoon water with 1 tablespoon egg replacer for 1 egg. So I measured the amount for 4 eggs, which we put in. I let it gel a little bit, you know, a few minutes. Then we need 250 milliliters soy milk and 100 milliliter mineral water. This is again my Oma's recipe. Oops. You know, I should put it down a little that you see my bowl. Okay, for the pesto we need 2 cups of fresh basil. I got one from the garden. It's a little short of 2 cups, as you see. It's not really 2 cups, so I got my frozen one out. And oops, put one of these, you probably know them, I think I got them from Trader Joe's, in get a package of the frozen one out to make up for the stuff I'm missing. Half a cup cashews, and they are here. If you soak them, they are easier in the blender. My blender, my NutriBullet is new, it's really good. So half a cup cashews. Then we need 1 lemon juice. So I have squeezed one of my Meyer lemons from the garden. They are now gone. The ones who are still hanging on the garden, because I had so many, I squeezed them all. They are now not juicy anymore, so I just let them go in the fall down and go in the dirt. So this is the lemon juice. It goes in. Look how much lemon juice I got from one lemon. It's amazing. Then we need 2 cloves of garlic. Here goes in, and the recipe says half an avocado, but I have only a mini avocado here, so I put the whole thing in. It's really a tiny avocado, as you see, so I just put the whole thing in, except the core, of course. Would be I think my blender goes bye-bye if I put that one in. Okay. And 1 teaspoon Bragg's aminos instead of salt. I'm trying it. I try to cut the salt out a little bit because the Spaetzle will be salty. So 1 teaspoon Bragg's aminos. We can always add a little bit more if we need. And half a cup of water, which is here. And I put in also a little bit of mint. I like the mint flavor, so I just stripped them off the little twig, also from the garden. Okay, my pesto. All right, that's it. Let's screw it on. That will be the base of our sauce for the beans, and then the Spaetzles. Spaetzles like sauce. Okay. When it stands, it gets a little bit thicker, so I think that's fine with me. What we got? Yeah, see, it's not really thin, runny. You can do it whatever you want. Put a little bit more water in if you want it thicker. Good. I don't need more water, more salt in it, so I don't need more Bragg's aminos. So this is the sauce base for our sauce for the beans. My daughter has birthday this weekend, so it will be part of her meal. Because she likes Spaetzle, I decided to make Spaetzles. But as we already had cheese Spaetzles, I make the bean Spaetzles today. Alright, see how nice this looks and incorporated? So that's just fine. We lift the lid, we put it on high, because it needs to boil. And then we take our Spaetzle gadget here. And you saw that before on my videos. So this is a Allgäu Spaetzle pusher. There are different kinds. That's the Allgäu one where you get little buttons. There's a Swabian where you get more little pasta noodles. That's the one we need for the bean Spaetzles. Okay, let the fun begin. So what do? We put it in here. The whole, as much as you get in. And we push it through. Make sure you're not pushing over the edge of the pot. Happens. And get the next one in. That's the amount I'm making right now for. You can put them, if you have that kind of pot, you can put it all together. You don't have to do it in 2 batches. Last time I did it in 2 batches. That's just too much time for you to watch. The reason why I did it, because everybody eats Spaetzles here. So, but with the beans, it's more to eat. So, of course, we try to get everything out here. All right, put it in. Okay, put it in that thing. Okay, get another wooden spoon. Stir it up a little bit. It has to come back to a boil. The Spaetzles have to swim on the surface so that they are nice. Put that in the bag here. The bowl is warm enough, not just warm. So let's put that away, and that, clean up here a little bit, and then you can see how it continues. It's really not that much work, you know, if you think so. It's a lot of mess, at least in my, I do it, but it's not that much work to make Spaetzles, and everybody loves it. It's something different. And it's vegan. This one's at least. Okay. See how nice and yellowish they are. You see it? Yeah. Let's put you a little bit up. Alright. Like this. And we put the Spaetzle bowl here. It's just lukewarm, so it's not, you know, that you burn your fingers. To a boil. They also, you see, they get bigger in size. When they're up, we use that spoon. Put them here. Because this is the difference. When you do cheese Spaetzles, this is not what you do. But when you do bean Spaetzles, you put them in a colander and to rinse them with cold water. When you do cheese Spaetzles, you want to have them hot so that the cheese melts in the Spaetzles. It's different. But without the cheese, you don't want to have them like sticking together. You know what I mean? Oh. Yeah, they're coming up. Looks like looks like chickpeas from here. Oh, it's not. If you have little sticky now and then, not a big deal. They go in the beans. Nobody will care. But do rinse them with cold water. Oops, there's a really big one. This was on the pusher probably. You don't want that. You can always take them out. Ones. They come from the pusher gadget, you know, from the side when I go over it. We don't want those in there. Big stuff. Okay, just go. Take it and rinse it in the cold water. Rinse. Take that one away. Rinse the bowl. Don't want any of that water in there. Alright. Dry the bowl. Don't want any water. Let's put them in. Okay, they're nice and loose. See that? It's the cold water that makes that. Good. So I put them back in the oven to keep them warm until we have the beans done. Now we have to get our bay leaf out. For the beans we need a pesto sauce, and I'm showing you, this is the time to do the pesto sauce before we get started with the beans, and I'll show you how to do it. Okay, back. We put the beans in a colander. Ooh, hot. Strain it all out. Out a little. I mean, it doesn't matter if there are some bean pieces in there, but let the beans go back in the sauce. But it's just nicer. Okay. Go on maximum heat. We put back the liquid from the beans. We mix it with a tablespoon rice flour. Rice flour doesn't clump. You can use starch too if you want to. That works too. This one here. We do it before it's hot. bit of soy milk in there. I want it nice and white. Yep, that looks good. So let it come to a boil. Need to taste. Good. Already has a great flavor. We take our mixture from our pesto. Okay. Comes to a boil. Make a little thicken through here. And then put in our pesto. Take a bigger spoon here, huh? That one is perfect. We don't want to waste anything from our good pesto. Beautiful green sauce. And I wouldn't be too stingy with sauce because Spaetzle soak up a lot of sauce. So we take a little soy milk here, put that on low, then shake that one, clean it out, you know what I mean? Pour it in. Beautiful. Beautiful. Really good. This is the sauce, the green sauce. Look at that, how nice. Now we put the beans back in. And stir it carefully. Don't make it too... Okay. Stir them in our basil pesto. Good. Goody goody. Show you how you serve it. You can do it family style on a big platter, or everybody comes lining up with their plate. Just clean up here a little. You see better. Everything is so full here. Okay, here's my plate. I take the Spaetzles out. Oh, they look nice. Alright. Okay. That's how I know it from my grandma. You can do it different, but that's how I know it, okay? So. And at that space, you could do more salt, more pepper, whatever you want to do. You know what I mean? No problem. So, you give a good base of beans on the plate. For presentation, don't slather like I did. Then put the Spaetzles like a little crown in the middle. Alright. Again, don't slather like I did. Then we get the shallots on top. Yeah. And I always do some dried basil on top to make it a little bit more appreciating for basil. It's a really good basil flavor. Love it. Okie dokie. Bon appetit with my bean spaetzles. And as I said, you can put fake bacon or vegan sausage with it if you have to have it. I don't need to have it. I eat it like that. Let me try it for you. Of course. Let me get you up a little. Okay, get you up a little. Stick out of your face from my camera. And here you go. I dive in and, as I said, put the sauce on it. It's really good. The basil comes out really nicely. Anyway, this is it. Have a good weekend. I hope you like my bean spaetzles, and come back next Sunday for another cooking rodeo with the Tater Cowgirls. I can't promise you both cowgirls, but I will be there for sure. Peace out. Pow, pow, pow.